The nation of Taiwan is upping its period of mandatory military service from 4 months to 1 year. This as the country contends with further threats from China. Just after Christmas, China's military sent 71 planes and 7 ships toward Taiwan in a 24-hour show of force, even as Beijing and other parts of China grapple with the surge of COVID-19 overwhelming hospitals and crematoriums. And joining us tonight with the latest is Sei Hoon Kim of the Captive Nations Coalition on the Committee on Present Danger China. Sei Hoon, great to be with you as always. Let's talk about this show of aggression from China and Taiwan's beefing up military service requirements. What do you think this all signals?
Well, it's pretty simple. Beijing knows that it has lost all credibility during the COVID. It's the enforcement of its COVID policies in China, and so they need something to show its people that it is still this great power that could actually beef up its military and to defend the honor of China and further continue this distraction away from the internal problems and really gear the attention of the people towards the external threats rather than the ones that are existent inside.
Yeah, and there's talk that another factor in Taiwan's push to amp up defense is due to the United States increasing focus on Ukraine and thereby less on Taiwan. I'd like to get your thoughts on that.
Well, Secretary Blinken, I would say at the very least, foolishly said that they needed to essentially abandon Afghanistan because they could not focus on 2 allies at the same time. I mean, this gives countries like China and even other dictatorships around the world this sense of empowerment to do whatever that they want. And in the case of China, attacking Taiwan, it seems now is going to be easier than it was before. And so that's probably one of the reasons why this whole support to Ukraine is going to also result in China thinking that they can and now do whatever it needs to do in order to take over Taiwan. And again, my heart goes out to the Ukrainian people and to the Taiwanese people as well, because they are going to be the collateral damage in all of this.
Yeah, indeed. And as mentioned, COVID-19 is really pummeling parts of China in the wake of the country's easing up on its zero COVID policy without an exit strategy. There are reports of backed up crematoriums and rationing at the doorsteps of hospitals. What else do you know about this, Sei Hoon?
Well, even if the COVID policies have rescinded all over China, that does not mean that the surveillance has not been rescinded. As you know, folks in Shanghai and other parts of China are reporting that they're being surveilled, they're being asked by police regarding protest materials on their phones. And so even if the wider policies may have reduced, the CCP certainly is discreetly enforcing all of its dictatorial, practices all over the country still. So I personally cannot say that at least the spirit of these COVID lockdowns are gone. Matter of fact, it's becoming a lot bigger than before, but very discreetly this time, as I said before.
Yeah, we have a little over a minute left, but I do want to get this question in. And as you know, the protests that we saw just a couple of weeks ago resulted in a global shortage of basic antibiotics and even medicines like Tylenol, all made in China. Any word on just how far-reaching the shortage is, and also how concerning is this?
Well, it's very, very concerning. And the shortage itself also tells us that Beijing can literally hold the entire world hostage when it comes to medical supplies. Even just discussing things like Tylenol, for example, it is absolutely ridiculous that we are depending on Chinese manufacturers in order for us to get these basic over-the-counter necessities just to relaxes of our ailments. And again, in the future, Beijing can technically use this if we do go into full-scale war against them and to really starve us out from our basic needs. And so it is extremely concerning. And every single country that has any link to China should be very concerned at this point.
Yeah, definitely. We have about 30 seconds left, Sei Hoon. Final thoughts.
Well, I would say Beijing beefing up its military towards Taiwan also it signifies the fact that our administration has, in a sense, failed in its foreign policy actions. And again, since the world is now taking notice of that, it definitely is. It seems like dictatorships around the world, again, are being empowered to do whatever they want. And again, if there indeed is an invasion of Taiwan, a large portion of it will be because of the decisions of this administration.
Well, Sei Hoon, thank you so much for your time. Always appreciate it.